Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel today. So today we have a 2v2 replay analysis for Swiper, who is a Diamond 3 at the time. He basically just said, anything that comes to my mind to point it out or whatever. So we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Right, that's not bad, but I did hear the double jump and then boost aerial, so I don't know if that's a one-off, so I'll leave it for now. Here, I don't think I would dive in. He kind of clearly has that. I don't think I would jump for it, or if I did, I would jump to where he was going to hit it, off to the right there, instead of where the ball was. I would go for where he's going to. Good challenge, though. Good pressure on it, even with low boost. I would, even with this low boost, he's in a really awkward position, so I would take this more into a dribble from this position instead of just kind of jumping it and popping it, because your teammate was not ready for it at all. So yeah, I would say like catch it into a dribble, turn it a little bit and try to flick it middle, maybe flick it in, something like that. It's a good block on the potential save. I think I probably would have just, if my teammate couldn't get there, I would have just went and put it in myself, to be honest. I don't know, maybe we're in comms with him. It doesn't look like it, but maybe it's just a replay bug or something. Alright, so the kickoff, we definitely want a front flip, at least. So like as soon as you pick up that pad, like right about here, front flip. And then when you land, you turn in a little bit. You want to hit the ball just slightly to the left of where you hit it now, and I would dodge to the right. And if you see his position, if you had been more on the center of the ball and dodged right, you would have pushed this off into their corner. Instead of, I guess it kind of went neutral, but still. You have a potential to really, really win that kickoff hard. Yeah, the challenges there are alright. I wouldn't have, actually I'm going to go back and touch on that. I wouldn't have jumped for this, because it's pretty likely your teammate will, and there's almost no scoring angle you have. It's unfortunate your teammate misses it and it puts you in a bad position, but you'd be in a better position if you hadn't gone for it. You know what I mean? Decent pinch, but basically like once you get this pinch, I would be turning because your teammate is right there. So you get the pinch, turn away. It's because your teammate's right there. He's putting pressure on that, and focus on trying to go get boost. I would say to focus on your small boost pad collection, because to be honest, I haven't paid too much attention to it. I'll put it in the back of my mind now. But yeah, small boosts are good to go for instead of big ones all the time. This challenge is really good. Saving your dodge kind of ensures that you win that. There, you do good to acknowledge the fact that you shouldn't be going for that because your teammate's right there. But that marks twice for the double jump aerial. So basically, if you haven't seen any tutorials or anything on it, I have a tutorial on a proper fast aerial, but if you hold boost while you're doing that double jump, it'll be better for you. And also, you don't want to jump when you're not facing the ball. In a situation like this, you want to be facing the ball before you jump. So take that extra little quarter second to correct yourself. before you jump for it, and then work on that fast aerial where you basically you hold boost the whole time, jump, you hold the first jump, and then you tilt back, let go of the stick so you don't backflip, jump again. Whole time you're holding boost is the like TLDR, but I also have a video on it in my tutorials playlist if you want to check that out. It is good to acknowledge you need to go for that though, and you did get a touch, so that's good as well. It's good that you acknowledge that you have some space here and you start to dribble, but in twos the dribble has to be faster because anyone who was behind you is going to do exactly that to you. That's kind of a little bit of an out of control situation. With the 17 boost though, I would not recommend a turn and challenge right here. A fake? Okay. Fake challenge him. Sure. But don't actually challenge this with 17 boosts. Just because that could have gone tragically worse. His flick had gone more toward the net. Your teammate's kind of leaving you stranded with no boosts. That's a very good read and a good goal. Good job. Personally, I'm not a fan of cheating on kickoffs. I'm, for the most part, a direct... Like, I go directly to the boost almost every time, unless it's threes, and then I can kind of see a cheater. But I don't personally like it, because I would rather have my teammate intentionally lose the kickoff if they send a cheater. But that's personal preference, and if you're solo queuing, it's not the worst thing in the world. You didn't cheat very hard, so it's still pretty safe. Kind of a good happy medium. I would say you probably could have gone for this ball. I can kind of see why you didn't, though. It looked like Y might have gone. So I probably wouldn't have gone for it either, actually, now looking back at it. That is just a little bit of rush on the read. You don't really read where he's actually going to hit the ball. You want to be paying attention to your opponent's car language, and if you do, that'll tell you everything you need to know about how they're going to interact with the ball. So in this case, he's showing you that he's going to try to put that near post. So you want to try to get a little bit wider with the challenge. Not a bad challenge. There it does. It looks like you're a little bit slow on the read of what's going to happen here, which I guess is kind of natural. But, you know, spend some time in free play. Just hit the ball at the wall and try to immediately hit it. Like after it bounces off the wall. Like as soon as you can. Just to kind of get familiar with how the ball is going to bounce off of surfaces a little bit better, as well as like understanding like how quickly you can get to where it's going to be, you know. And the more you do that, the more confidence you'll have to bring it into games and be 100% confident of where the ball is going, and then you'll be that one step ahead of everyone else around you in Diamond who's kind of playing more reactionary. It's a good bump, disrupt, and pass. Your teammate didn't take very good advantage of it, but we'll leave that to another time. Alright, so that's sound of a demo. Excuse me, sorry. Tells you that your teammate is dead, most likely. So it's good to be patient, which you do a good job of stalling. And then again, you do a really good job of not committing to a bad chance, but then like this is what I'm talking about in getting familiar with how the ball is going to bounce off of different surfaces, and like the pace is going to come off the wall, the angle, everything else. If you spend a little more time in free play just trying to hit balls like this and read them, you would have been able to, like, let's say probably right about here, you'd have a good idea of where it's coming, and then immediately you would know exactly where it's going, and you could throw in a power slide right here and get yourself in a position where you are facing the net and start boosting at the ball. And then here, well, I guess the ball would be more like there, you'd be making contact with it on a shot as it bounces. Or I guess technically immediately after it is done bouncing. It's good to back off when you know your teammate got demoed. Just applying pressure. Leaving it for your teammate. Good. In that situation, at least. Good to realize you had some time. And even, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but you did cross up your opponent here, which was good. But you were a little bit slow on the beat. So once you did cross him over, if you could pick that back up and jump and just get it over him. I don't know exactly where you're at with dribbling because I am just now seeing you play for the first time, but yeah, that's kind of sort of what I would do in that situation. It's very good to cross over the opponent there. It gives you where they're only going to attack at one point. Let me back it up, see if I can get a good example of what I'm talking about. So basically my point is, because you didn't just go straight up this way where he can adapt, he can go further out this way, further in this way, you went across him, so he has to come across and try to intercept you at a point instead of having a little bit more leeway. And that makes it easier to beat someone if you can like pre-anticipate where he is going to challenge. You can cut just before that moment. Like, you're in a very good position to cut hard and have him go flying past because he's not anticipating the cut, because to him you're hiding behind the ball right now and he doesn't know exactly what you were doing. So like, for example, right before this touch right here, if you threw in a power slide, you would be able to just dink it kind of like to the left and up a little bit if you were power sliding with this boost, and he'd go flying by because he's not able to see the manipulation on the ball there because you're hiding behind it. Hopefully that makes any sense at all. Here I would have been a lot more quick. I'm failing for words right now, but basically you just need to go and hit that off the wall, like basically as soon as your teammate gets demoed. Yeah, I'm jumping for this right here and I'm hitting it off the wall because they're both in that corner. So realistically, if you got a good landing on the wall after you pinched that, you could have looked to turn that around the other way because they weren't really in a good position to recover. Again, we want to flip on the kickoff like I explained before. Hello. I do like that you didn't go all the way to the corner for boost. Let's see. Watch more carefully. Did flip. Yeah, so the underlying issue, in my opinion, is the kickoff itself, where you're using 100% of your boost. Instead of, if you flipped, you'd probably have some boost left. So after this situation, imagine you had 12 boost. You could use that boost in combination with a flip to take you to the corner. Like that 12, the 12 you would have picked up on the way, and a flip, and you would have gotten to the corner and had a lot of pace coming back middle to where he couldn't have possibly put this behind you. If you're getting what I'm going for there, what I'm trying to explain. But it was a very good shot, difficult to save, especially from the position you were in. A soft cheat, I don't mind it. Double jumped the aerial, but nice soft touch. Kind of a fortunate old goal. After. Right, teammates going for it. I'm so used to left goes. I've definitely thought I was going to get to see you do another kickoff. There. Again, this might be a situation where you're solo queuing, which is what it looks like if I tab. In which case, really, he shouldn't touch it, and you should. So this is kind of like, I'm going to say he shouldn't have touched it and you should have touched it, but, you know, be aware that people might do this. Oh boy. Almost on the save. In general though, starting like, I'm going to say right about here is where I start to see a lot of hesitation. It seems like you're nervous about the end of this game or whatever, because you could have probably even side flipped and hit that ball. I would say you wouldn't want to just leave it. And then once that does happen, you jump off good. But if you had dodged, even I would say side flipped left, exactly when you did jump, you would have cleared that ball as well. And you did make a decent effort at almost save it, but just try to work on the hesitation. Be confident in yourself. Like, in every possible way, I want you to be positive about the fact that you are a Diamond 3. Like, getting to Diamond 3 is not easy. You've put in a lot of work to this point. You are a good player. You belong there, so don't be scared. If you see where I'm coming from. Again with the kickoff, but I'm beating a dead horse at this point. It's not going to change in the middle of the replay. There you go. The 0-second clutch goal. It's good concentration to actually score it. If you did fast aerial, like I discussed, you would have definitely like banged that into the goal to where there was no question they weren't gonna save it ever, if you know what I mean. So, you know, you did win and that's good, but you know, just to work on that, work on picking up boost other than the big boosts always. Try to push yourself to read the ball as fast as possible and trust yourself that you're reading it right and go there. Even if, you know, especially once you spend some time in training working on that. And overall, just be confident in yourself, because you deserve the rank that you are, you know, so, and so do they, because they're there with you. So none of you is better than any of the rest of you, if you really think about it. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop being sappy. I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, you can always hit me up directly on Discord. If any of you made it this far and you're interested in having the same thing done for you, go ahead down below in the description. You can find a link to my Discord where you will find instructions of how to send me a replay and get it analyzed just like this. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.